Yeah, the world is just waking up to the genius of OlyLife right now, and we are so lucky to be out here at the forefront, here in the West. Okay, hey, OlyLife has already gotten big in Asia over the last 3 years, and just in the last 12 months, we've started to see bits of growth happening all over the West, from America to Canada to Australia and New Zealand to Europe. We're starting to make some serious footprints all over Europe now, guys. How it is absolutely phenomenal, and we just cannot wait to, really see everybody around this world. I think, and so many people in this community think that OlyLife is going to become a household name, because of the amazing healings that so many people in our community receive on a regular basis. Okay, so guys, Doug, I'm gonna make, if I haven't already made you co-host, I'm gonna make
Yeah,
you
please
co-host.
do. Not yet. Yeah, so make me
Okay,
co-host.
so I've been too busy yakking here. Doug, co-host. And I just realized that, oh wow, there was 20 people in the waiting room. They were probably just,
I know. What are
like
you
just
doing,
been
Ashley?
sitting
Let's
there
go.
for
Let's
5 minutes.
go. Let's go.
Hey
Welcome
Matthew, how
back to
you
San
doing,
Bernardino,
brother? You
Brunswick.
good? Awesome, awesome,
I was just
awesome.
about to send a message to the WhatsApp going, "Who's
Yeah,
watching the
what's
waiting
going
room?"
on? What's going on? Thanks, man. Here's how it went. I let a bunch of people in, and then I just got so taken with like the love of this community and the love of OlyLife and the amazing love of the products and sharing our story of OlyLife that I was just like, hey, I didn't even see those people. I was like waiting for some messages of like people to drop into the waiting room, but somehow it was kind of hidden. But now you're all here, and I've also made Doug co-host. And you know what, Matt, because you bring some phenomenal energy as well, I'm just going to make you co-host as well, just so that we can just keep an eye on that waiting room and admit any people as we've got it. Tale's there. She's giving me a laugh. She knows that we're doing our best here. She's like, yeah, Asha, that would be that attention to detail that we love from you, Asha. That's what we're here for. And Miriam as well. Welcome, Miriam. Miriam's just joined us. In fact, I think it was only this time last week that we were actually going to Miriam's house, Anna and I, as part of our Australian tour. We did a live event in Sydney at the Moore Park Golf Club, which was awesome. But just before that, one of the amazing members in our community said, "Hey, can you pop into our friend Miriam and just show her our devices, because I know that she would absolutely love what we have to show her." And guess what? We already knew Miriam as well. We knew Miriam from a previous business, and she's an absolute firecracker. And it's so wonderful to have you in this community, Miriam. I really sort of see that there's so much growth, and you're just going to absolutely love this community. And thank you so much to everybody for dialing in. This is the weekly testimonials call, guys, and this is where you are free to welcome any guests that you have onto the call. And it's great just for our community as well. And this is where we're going to be sharing stories about our own health journeys, people who've had great experiences with their OlyLife product, people who've had a great experience just being in the community and who want to express any gratitude or any sort of wisdom that they have, grabbed from the last week, let's say, of just being part of this community and checking in with leadership, dialing into the various calls that we have. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say, let's jump into the testimonials, guys. If you have a testimonial, what I'd like to do is to invite you to raise your hand, click on that reactions button and raise your hand, because I'd love for you to jump out and share with us what's been happening for you. Tell us a little bit about how you've been using the OlyLife products, and tell us a little bit about how your life has changed with your OlyLife products as well. And let us know who's going to be first off the mark. I know that I took a little bit of a poll into our group, and there were definitely some people that had put their hands up to share their stories. And Alicia, I can see you there. Thank you so much for being the first to jump out of the gate. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Okay, Alicia, how are you doing?
Good morning, beautiful Asha. We all love you. We all
Ah,
love you, Asha.
thanks,
You do
Alicia.
so much greatness for us all. We all need an Asha in our life.
Ah,
So
thanks,
I
Alicia.
just, yeah. that's one of the gratitudes I have, from all the support that you give us on this journey. And, I was an early pioneer along with you and Anna, and last year in June, July it was. And this is my doggie coming to say hello. She
Hello.
just,
What's your dog's name, Alicia?
Lola.
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 That's right. We had.
Lola's she's been a beneficiary of the frequency healing as well. So she's part of the testimony this morning. But yeah, last year I was in a lot of pain and my life was quite restricted. My knees and my hip and my hands were very painful, and sleep was really painful as well with my knees, the sharp pains. I had to sleep on a pile of cushions to put my knees up high, elevated every night, and couldn't move from that position. So, and walking upstairs, downstairs was one step at a time, slow, like a little snail, and everything else in my life was really, really restricted. So after watching all the testimonials coming out of Asia and some like early adopters in Canada, like Luigi and Ethan, I really felt my life, I needed this device in my life. So I did. And as soon as I was using it, the first night was the first thing I noticed was the quality of sleep I had. It was just amazing. So it was deep and rejuvenating. So I felt quite refreshed in the morning. But after 4 days, my life completely changed because I had no more pain in my knees and my hip and my hands. And I was just very, very excited that there was this big shift in my mobility and my life. So from there on, it's been 10 months, and I did all the research on PubMed about the bone strengthening that they've got in there. So I knew that this was going to be fantastic for me. And it's been confirmed. My bones are really strong. My hip is, when you're getting in and out of a car, you have to lift one leg over, or I had to help that leg, and it was like very painful. Now it just comes across really easily and there's no pain, and I know it's getting stronger. So I'm really so grateful for what this has done for me. And also Lola has benefited when she had a couple of things happen, like they haven't shared with you the snake bite event just recently that she got. And yeah, so
Wow.
she's
Tell
been,
us a little bit about that, Alicia.
oh yeah, well, it was right at our front door as I opened the door, and she ran out past it and she went to the grass because it was nighttime. But when she came back, and I didn't even see the snake, it was actually just at the right of my feet, and it was coiling up, ready to strike. And when I saw it, looked down, and I screamed, and she came charging in, and got hold of the snake, and I saw the snake strike her. I was screaming, and anyway, it was a brown snake, so
Oh my God.
I had to rush her to the vet straight away. Like my husband picked her up and she let go of the snake, so it got quite damaged. And I rushed her to the vet and had all of the tests done, but we got an ID on the snake, and it was actually a brown tree snake.
Oh,
So that was a big let off the hook with that one. But she experienced the trauma. So, when we got home, after that, she always would jump up and sit with me when I'm on the P90 plus. And I put the wand on her on the bite because it struck her on the mouth and the foot. And that healed up really quickly. She didn't get any, because it was quite mild venomous, but she didn't get anything. So I felt with that she was able to recharge her cells and deal with it through the blood herself.
that's
So
amazing.
yeah, and so she is addicted to sitting with me now every time, and we have our frequency together, and she's a very happy dog now. And
Thank you.
I'm so grateful. I really do love all the devices and what they've done in my life and for my dog. Thank
That's
you.
wonderful. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you so much for sharing your own story, your own personal story, as well as your dog story. And I've got to tell you guys, this is not the only pet story that we have in our community. There's plenty of people that have pets that have been able to, benefit from the healing vibes, whether it's by sitting on your own lap while you're on the P90 Plus, or maybe it's actually using the Revitalux massager or something like that, to affect an area that had been pained, and I've got to tell you guys, here's another snake bite story. Okay, our friend Haley, who can't be on the call today because she's heading to a wedding with my wife Anna. Anna's in a car now, heading up the coast to go and attend this wedding this afternoon. Well, Haley's dog also got bitten by a red-bellied black snake just several weeks ago now. And let me tell you, they didn't know that she was bitten initially. They took her to the vet because they could see that she was a little bit off. Initially, the vet just said, "Yeah, listen, just take her home, see what happens overnight." By the morning, she was like bleeding from her mouth and bleeding from her gums. So they rushed her back. Long story short, this dog was in the vet's care for about a week, right? And then kidney failure happening, everything. They managed to sort of like get the dog back to a place where she was just stable, but very, very weak and wasn't really eating properly or anything like that. And Haley basically got the Revitalux massager out and basically started to massage the bite area where they found this dog had been bitten on the chest. And guys, within a couple of days, this dog was like right as rain again. Like, I mean, this is a very jumpy, kind of like full of life staffy. And like when I saw this dog a week later, because we went to pick up Haley to take her to a live event that we were hosting up in the Gold Coast, this dog jumped on me like nothing had ever happened, and it was just so amazing to see that tremendous turnaround. Because to be honest, guys, I didn't think that dog was going to make it because it was in such a poorly position. So thank you, Alicia, for opening up the stories with a bit of a dog story as well. Tanya,
Well,
I can see. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alicia. Last one.
No, I just want to say I was the one that said to Haley, put the Revitalux wand on when Daisy comes back from the vet. And so she did. And she had the same experience, like after the wand, they get up and they go straight for the water and drink a ton of water, and then they're back to normal. So it's really a beautiful miracle happens when they get that treatment.
And you know what, guys, it reminds me of something to say here, which is, some of the, let's call it detractors out there in internet land will just say, oh, the technology isn't real, it's this and that. The only reason why people are getting a good result is probably because the placebo effect, because there's been so much hype. So when somebody uses our product, they get better. Well, tell me exactly how the placebo effect works for dogs. Where you put the Revitalux massager on a dog and the dog pretty much comes back to life. I don't think so, guys. This technology is real. The frequencies are real and healing, and I know that we wouldn't be where we are today without them. So just keep that one in mind as well. Tanya, please come out and share your story.
Yeah, good morning, everyone from Queensland. And let me show you who is here with me. Can you see her? The big snake.
Okay. It's like a python?
Yeah, I will start with her. There's a big python just lying here.
Nice.
While we are speaking of snakes. So I just wanted to begin with her because her healing power, she's very much part of our community because she lives here. So I've been using the OlyLife devices since last year, September. I ordered the wand, the P90 Plus, the goggles, and I ordered the shaken immediately when it came out. I just want to catch on to the Revitalux massager. My neck, I always use it like this and strike my neck out. And it has been so loose and beautiful. I haven't seen a chiropractor so hardly at all in the since I've been using these products. And before they came, I had a lot of knee pain. My right knee was swollen. I couldn't walk up the hill. Just a few sessions on the P90 Plus and it was completely gone. It hasn't returned again. And what I'm feeling in my body is just a deep strength returned. Just strength and vitality. And I'm 52 in the last 2 years in the hormonal shifts, which many women are going through, this has been helping me so much, the devices, to feel energized again, to recharge my cells and live an activated life. My mother in Germany has also ordered the P90 Plus, the shake and the goggles, and she just ordered the wand and the Air-Balmer. I just want to speak to the Air-Balmer as well because that doesn't get mentioned a lot.
The Balmer the air ionizer. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's starting to become a much more popular product in the community as more and more people find out more about it. Tell us a little bit about it, Tanya.
Oh, beautiful. So I have now changed one of my session rooms into a frequency room, and I have the Balmer air in there. And when I come into the room, the air is so crisp. And my room here is right under the forest, but it is another level. I always felt I live here in nature. As you can see, how can the air be any better? But the air is so much better. I would actually love to have it in every room, and the nostrils get clear and the whole energy of the room is differently. So these frequency devices, also if one family member can't sit on them or so because of a pacemaker, those of us who use it, we are actually becoming those frequencies. They're helping us stabilize our nervous system and so on. And then we are radiating that out also to our family members, our community, and to humanity and the earth. I always speak especially to the consciousness effect and that we are the change we want to see. So utilizing these frequency devices, we are actually reconnecting with these primal energies of earth and of the light of life, the core energies that, and the water and the air, everything we need to live, right? And the main problem in society today with humanity is loneliness and disconnection from earth through technology and Wi-Fi and rubber sole shoes and being inside so much. So what we are having here in our community, these devices connect us back to earth. We still need to go outside, but they open something up in us that we actually want to go out there again if people are a bit disconnected. And for the loneliness, like, look, this morning we are already on the call and we meet every day. We have a beautiful community. And I want to bring that also especially in as a testimonial because I love coming on these calls every day because I love seeing you all. We truly are family and we are changing the world from our inside out by taking care of our well-being with these devices that has added such a routine to my well-being schedule where I sit in meditation with these devices, feeling good in my body, charging my cells up. And then, I'm shining in a very new, different level from the inside out, which I'm seeing in all of you as well. So I highly recommend all of the products and I can keep going on. But there's more testimonials on other calls, there are even first aid devices to have in the house. If something happens, we can put the one on and yes.
Tanya, thank you so much. And I'm going to just sort of really connect with how you just finished that one off because I was thinking the same thing this morning. Like just today, the sun has started to shine for the first time in like 10 days here in our part of the world, and I literally. It was very, very clear for me. Like, it was like, this is my first time hosting this testimonial call. Luigi's gone off to Poland and he's about to host a live event there. Maybe it's already happening. I don't know. Luigi, if you're listening, mwah, we absolutely love you and thank you for everything that you do for this community. Anna's gone up to this wedding and I thought, what's really happening for me? What's really happening for me in terms of my testimonial, just in terms, and I literally felt like there's just been so much gray in our lives. And when OlyLife came into our lives, it was literally like a burst of sunshine. That's kind of how I felt. And and it's really like to connect with everybody here that we have on the calls. Such a wonderful community. It's just, it really does touch our hearts every day. So thank you, Tanya, for bringing that up. And thank you also for talking about the Bama Air Ionizer. And I don't know if everybody knows how that Bama Air Ionizer works. And I'm sure I'm not covering all of it, but my understanding, and I could maybe be corrected by somebody out here, is when the Bama Air puts negative ions into the air, what it does is it actually, those negative ions bind with, other particles and pollutants in the air and cause those pollutants, any pollutants in the room, to drop to the ground, right? And actually we saw a training video when we were in Asia earlier on this year about where they took us through a detailed training for all of the products. We literally saw how in a kind of like a smoky room, when you have the Bama Air there, after a short while, you just sort of see, all around the base of the device, this kind of like particles that have basically dropped to the ground, and you could really see them because it was on like this big white sheet of paper. And so it absolutely clears up and crisps up the room. So if you have yes, oops. So if you have a room or a house that just needs to have a little bit clearer, crisper air in it, I highly recommend having a look at one of those Bama Air Ionizers. Thank you so much, Tanya. I'm going to move on to Ricky now. G'day, Ricky. How you doing, buddy? Feel free to jump out, my man, and maybe come onto video as well.
All right, let me see. Here we go.
Great to see you, buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I'm over here in actually Century City, California. I just finished doing this day demo over here at this place called AI Wellness. And this just materialized like 3 or 4 days ago. This company's all about AI wellness. It's pretty amazing. They actually have like 10 different kinds of tech there. And today, tomorrow, and the next day, they have like hundreds of wellness center owners. They have, it's crazy, hundreds of wellness centers owners, doctors, naturopaths, acupuncturists, all coming through there to find out about all these really cool devices that they have. So today I was demoing the OlyLife, and I've been basically building my business with wellness clinics for the last 3 or 4 months, and every day I did testimonials I witness are just absolutely insane. I mean, I've never really seen anything like it. I mean, today I had so many people get on the machine, and when they got off the machine, they felt so much better. Yeah. And I mean, it's like night and day, literally. I mean, like one session changes somebody's life. I mean, people with inflammation, discomfort in their back and neck area, legs, and they get on the machine and they get off it, and they're like, wow, I feel totally different. So, I mean, what we have here is just an absolute gift, to give out to humanity. And why we're here is to bring this technology out there. And I just feel absolutely so fortunate to be involved with this company. It's only been a little bit less than 5.5, 6 months. And my group's going ballistic everywhere all over the world. But, everybody says, well, what do you do? What do you do? And what you do is you get people's feet on a machine. That's all you got to do. We change the world 2 feet at a time. Go out there, get somebody's feet on a machine. They see the life-changing results. That they feel better, and they go tell people. And so I'm like totally excited to be here. I just jumped on to say hi, and thanks for allowing me to share.
Thanks,
Hey, Ricky. Hey, Ricky,
ahead,
you also introduced me to Helen the other day, and
let me tell you a little bit about Helen.
but don't tell the whole thing because she's on Monday. But go ahead and give everyone a sneak preview of Monday.
So talk about this woman's incredible. This woman, I actually came on board April 12th, and she was a referral from another wellness center that I work with, and I called her up. I said, Helen, I want to come out and meet you. And she said, okay, all right, that's okay. What is it going on? What is this, And a day later, she called me back and she said, "No, don't come. I'm too busy. I'm got another business I'm working with. I'm not interested in buying anything. I'm not gonna promote anything." I said, "Come on, Helen. I just want to come. All I want to do is get your feet on the machine. That's it. I'll drive 100 miles to where you are, and I'll get your feet on the machine. Just give me a half an hour." and she couldn't say no, you know. So I got out of there on Saturday, April 12th, put her feet on the machine, and she was absolutely blown away. And this woman has this, you know, huge wellness center. I'll let her share about that on
Yeah.
Monday. But she just is like blown away with the technology. She went out there. I think she did like $100,000 in volume her first month in my group. 100,000 in volume her first month, and she was a no. She was like, "No, I don't want you to come." And I just like forced my way in her front door to get her feet on the machine. And she's just a wonderful, special woman. I so look forward to seeing her Monday on the call. But yeah, just get people's feet on the machine. That's all we gotta do.
That's it.
Thanks, man.
You
Thanks,
got it,
Ricky.
Ricky. Just get people's feet on the machine. It's as simple as that. Because we know, guys, I'll tell you what, in our family, guess who's the skeptical one? It's not Anna. All right, I'm the big skeptic in our family. But, I was really sold. We saw some amazing testimonials before we even got our product. Hey, it took us about 3 weeks to get our product. And by that time, Anna had already been to Asia to get an experience of the devices there, because we knew nobody in Australia that had these devices yet, right? But when I put my feet on that P90 Plus for the first time, I felt something. It's really hard to ignore the actual physical feeling that you feel when you feel that energy moving from the base of your feet. And I felt it, as many people do, in their feet, in their ankles, in their legs. And when I really tuned into it, I was just like, wow, I can feel this going into my belly. I can feel this going into my chest. And sometimes when I've got my P90, when I've got my feet on the P90 Plus, it might be while I'm on a Zoom call and I'm not especially tuned in. But when I am, it's like, oh yeah, this is a whole body experience, and it's really hard to ignore the fact that something is shifting, something is changing in my body. So thank you, Ricky, for bringing that up. And wait a second, I think we had Matthew. Matthew, I think you're sort of multitasking. You're on a call at the moment, but I saw your hand up before. Did you want to jump out, buddy? Or you're not quite ready yet? Okay, maybe not quite ready yet. Okay, so let's shift gear up.
Asher, I just took a phone call. I'm helping a team member do an enrollment. I'll be back with the testimonial here in a minute, but we're doing an enrollment. Sorry about that.
Buddy. I love it. Absolutely, you do that, man. Now I wanted to invite Miriam.
I would love to speak, Asher. I'm not good at using the phone because it's been so long since Zoom.
All
it's
good,
Miriam.
Hon. You're doing great. Where are you? I think you just went off video, so we're not actually seeing you.
There
you
you
are.
I'm here.
There we go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Hi, I was just sitting in the sun, and I'm the person that Asher and Anna came to see, and he was so cute when he was little, and he's still just as cute. I just want to explain.
Miriam knows my older brother, who's like 10 years older than me, Dan. So
yeah,
and you remember
5 boys, very cute.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Miriam. You're good for my
but
ego.
What I want to just, I want to just share, like I invited a girlfriend to come over as well, whilst my husband and I were trying out the machines. We bought the lot. I just said, give a fuck, buy the lot. I just want to try it all. It's not even here yet. I have not stopped speaking about this, and what I want to share for myself. Before the machine, I had a terrible pain that I never speak about. I'm a healer. And I'd been diagnosed with something as well. And I just find them the most natural ways to go. But whilst I was on the machine, I got this feeling of every little cell in my body is healthy. Every little cell in my body is well. And the surge of energy that came through me to my uterus, to my menopausal bits, I can tell you right now, it is all back. I haven't been on the machine for a week. I had cocooned myself, not being able to go out because of the sprays and this and that. Every time I hit Sydney, I get sick. We were on the road for five weeks in our RV. I just know this is it. And I'm going to share it with the world. Yeah, 2 feet at a time, as Ricky said. I just love that terminology. And I'm here for life. So OlyLife, let's grow. So my husband felt amazing. I can't wait to share it with the kids, and it's a no-brainer. 2 feet on the machine. I'm taking that with me. And thank you so much for all your support. I've got someone in Lismore looking at the machine right now, and I've got thousands to help. And being in the industry as a healer for over 45 years, wowee, let's grow. Let's grow.
That's
If
great.
ever you need a testimonial, please just hit me up. Over and out. Shits,
Thank you,
giggles, and
Miriam.
rainbows.
Absolutely love your energy. Thank you for just arriving in this community with, you bring so much to this community already. So we've got so much gratitude for you, Miriam, and I cannot wait for you to get your devices because I know that, like, Sydney is just going to absolutely explode. Sydney, by the way, guys, is such a big, wide open marketplace. Like, there's so many people who haven't actually heard of OlyLife yet, and we are really at the front of this wave. And I think Miriam is going to be leading the charge there. So awesome. And check it out. I can see in the crowd, it was none other than Luigi Bruni. Hey, Luigi, how you doing, buddy? Do you want to jump out and say hello and tell us how the pierogi are in Poland?
Hey, listen. First of all, great call, guys. I was kind of listening in Canita. I was just kind of to see how the guys are doing. If you guys are respecting the name of the frequency awakening, if the posture is right, if you smile and you make them laugh a little bit. I was just analyzing all these different things, and you know what? You did a great job. And everybody else on the call, congratulations on all the hosts. Right now, everyone, I'm in Munich. I'm in Munich. Munich is in Germany. Yes. Why? Because I'm going to Poland tomorrow for a little event. And you know what? I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I mean, where else in the world can you travel? Yeah, I mean, it's true that you can have a corporate job, work 4 to 7, 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and you can travel once a year. And sometimes you don't really travel a lot far. Sometimes you go somewhere in your country to travel because, life costs a lot with the kids and everything. Where else but in network marketing can you actually travel once a month, once every 2 months, once every 6 months? And we're not talking about just in your country, outside of your country, outside of the continent, on another continent, 30 hours away, somewhere in Asia. That's network marketing, my dear friends. I'm just so grateful of this business for what it brings, for the friendships, for the people that you meet. It's like, I don't know, like, I love being around people. I know some people aren't like that, right? Some people, they like to be alone. They don't like to be around people. Me, I like to be around people, buddy. I don't know why. I get annoyed when I'm not around people. But now, listen, there's an important thing you understand. I love being around people that are happy and positive. I like being around people that fill me up with energy, not that suck the energy out of me. Because there are people like that. Hey, you ever meet somebody that just sucks the hell out of you?
Yeah.
Hey, like you just spoke to him for 20 minutes and you've had enough. Like you almost don't tell him, please stop talking to me. But now you're polite and you don't say it though. I mean, there are those type of people, right, in life. So what I love with this community is we are attracting like-minded individuals. We are attracting people that give energy, not suck it. And if we all give energy, we're all receiving that energy. So everyone on this call is going to get empowered. Everybody in this call is going to love this company more. Everyone in this call is going to believe in these products. And everyone in this call is going to want to do what Luigi's doing. I want to travel like this guy. Now, who wants to be like Luigi in the chat? Give me a number one.
Me, that's it. I'll put 3 ones in there, no problem.
And
Luigi.
listen, I'm going to end it on one last thing. Stay tuned. We'll share some pots. But there's so much excitement around, especially this year in OlyLife. By the way, yesterday's call was wow. Eh? Man, those two ladies killed it. Eh?
Absolutely.
Wow. They really killed that call. And, like we're right at the right time, the right place. And this call is about testimonials. So I don't know if you still have time. Bring on some other testimonials. Thanks for bringing me on, buddy.
My absolute pleasure, Luigi. And I've got to tell you, man, the energy that you infuse into this community with your time and your love and all of the resources that you shower on everybody here and just how available you are, to help, to assist, to be in contact, like I've never really had anything like this experience of somebody who's in our upline, in our leadership, who just cares that much, right? But not just cares that much because they tell you that they care, but actually you see them, we see you every day showing up. Like, I know Anna and I have a phone call with you at least once a day, and Luigi's voice is usually the first voice that we hear in the morning. Guys, it's like 5:30 in the morning, like I'll wake up, Luigi's already talking to Anna. It's like it's on, right? And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, Luigi, and we appreciate you so much. So much.
But you know what? Yeah, but at the same time, I'd like to say to you and Anna, um, I would have a hard time becoming an M5 if it wasn't for you and Anna. All right. So it goes both ways. Listen, everyone. One last message I'd like to tell everyone. We are all Holy Nation. Eh? No matter the distinction of what we did with our beautiful community here, the Frequency Awakening, which is, it's really, it's just a beautiful platform. But that Frequency Awakening actually started before Holy Nation, just so we all understand. We were building before Holy Nation actually started kicking ass about 5 months after. So the Frequency Evolution was Anna, my team was the Awakening, and we had a kind of aha moment. And we said, why don't we take the frequency out of your name and the awakening out of mine? Let's see how that sounds. The Frequency Awakening. Isn't that a beautiful name?
It's beautiful.
Like that, it's a beautiful name. It's like OlyLife frequencies. It's an awakening of frequencies. I love our name. It's just crazy. So, but just so you all understand, we are Holy Nation, and anyone that comes to our calls, even though you're coming to our calls for the Frequency Awakening, it's for Holy Nation. It's just like I was also thinking of something else lately. There's a lot of trainings that's done also from Team Holy Nation, which is Jason's team. And he does a great job on his trainings. And they have their own system, all right, guys? So, of course, you don't go into their platform and try to shove our platform down theirs. No, don't do that. But I have a lot of people on our team that love following their way of teaching, their system. And I'm okay with that. I also see there's a lot of people from their team. I'm sorry, guys, but yep, they're following what we're doing too.
Yep.
And that's okay with that too. So, well, then I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to be talking to Jason there. We're going to be finding a solution there. But you know what? The Frequency Awakening is for everyone in Holy Nation, okay? So if everybody ever wonders you, now don't ever say, oh, come work with us because, the Frequency Awakening, we have a system. So leave their team, come work with us. Don't do that. All right? In Holy Nation, we have respect. Everyone, we have respect. I really want us to keep that respect. Wherever you are, stay where you are. You can still use what we have. You can still use what Jason has, and I want everyone to feel like that. We don't need to play any hanky panky because we're building one of the best communities that this life has ever seen, and that's not just the frequency. That's all of Holy Nation together. All right, wanted to get that message out there.
Thanks, Luigi. Absolutely. This community offers everybody so much, and it'd be hard for me to think of a community that where you can't find the thing that you need. If there's a system or a tool, a bit of information that you need, we have it. It's here at our fingertips, and if it doesn't exist, we're probably going to be creating it next week, right? And the level of investment that's actually gone into creating this kind of tool set, but not just the tool set, not just the Frequency Awakening hub, but the launch pad as well. But it's also just the time, it's that time to be able to sort of get all the calls together and to continually show up and to really bring the energy for everybody in the team. It's an absolute love affair that we all have, I think, for this community. And I think we all love showing up because it's just giving feels like receiving all at the same time. So thank you, Luigi, for sort of setting a phenomenal example for everybody here, and for really sort of setting that pace of that one love, like that iconic sort of statement that you have, Luigi, which is we are one love, and I think it's really beautiful. All right. So listen, I think Matthew's still sort of busy with his testimonial. I've had Ken, by the way, Ken Cooley. You've been in the top left of my screen of my gallery since almost like the beginning of the call. I would love it if it was available for you to jump out, Ken. Is that available for you, buddy? And let us know what's been happening in your OlyLife world. There you are. Do you want to come off mute, bro? Hey, there you are. I think you're off mute now. How you going?
Getting there. Hold on.
Okay, no problem. No problem. And
There we go.
excellent. I love the background. How are you doing, Ken? What's been happening in your world? How's your OlyLife journey going for you, bro?
It's going very well. I'm new. Came in April 4th this
Okay.
year. I got it because I've been in PEMF since 2015 with another company that had a mat and a control module and a few other things, and I loved it, but it's not as advanced as the OlyLife devices. And I'm a 22-year veteran, 4 combat tours. I've seen a lot, and I've been banged up an awful lot. A lot of issues, and I've had nerve issues and stuff for a long time. And the VA and all they want to do is push a lot of drugs, and nothing has ever helped. So you get to a point where there's a tolerance on a scale of 1 to 10 of 8, and you just live with it. You know, some days it might be an 8.5, some days it might be a 7. And the first time I got on a device, as soon as I saw it and heard about it, I just bought it. I just knew I had to have it. And I got on the P90 Plus, and I bought the goggles, the H bar, because I've always been into hydrogen, and I got the Vitality one and the shaker massager. So I use them all, and all my back pain has gone away, other than maybe it's a 0.5.
Wow.
But before I couldn't even. I have a lump on my lower of my spine, and it's been the size of a hard hockey puck. Today, and I use the shaker massager backwards on my back. That is now the size of a small tea bag, and it's soft. So I know it's going down. It's going away. My nerve damage and my neuropathy and stuff all down my right arm and shoulder, where I've lost some of the use of my right hand. It gets completely numb, or it's totally closed up and I can't open it. That's not gone away 100%, but that's gone from, like I said, 8.5, 9, that's down to a 2. So I'm new at this. This is great, and I can't wait to see what I'm doing.
Oh man, I can't wait to speak to you in a year. Hey man, I can't wait to speak to you next week already. But thank you so much for sharing your story, Ken. And firstly, also thank you for your service. I know
Thank you.
It's really important for me to be able to sort of say that, and it's like the amount of physical, the physical nature of your work there, and the toll that it sounds like it's taken on your body. Well, you can't take any of that back, but what we can do is, give ourselves access to the tools that can just bring that little bit of extra quality of life in. And I really feel that that's what OlyLife has given to many of us here. And I'm just totally stoked for you, bro. That's what you're getting from this, from such a short journey already, that you're already seeing some results. If you only came in at the beginning of April, and we're just now at the end of May, I just can't wait to see the rest of your journey with this. And blessings to you, bro. Blessings to you.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to say one thing. Since I've found Frequency Awakening, I haven't missed a call. You guys are fantastic. I love the whole crew and Anna and just everybody. Your hearts are just so big. I just feel so welcome here.
You got it, bro. Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's wonderful.
Asher, I was just going to add one thing. So,
Please do.
periodically, different people will just reach out to me directly, direct message, and I hear wonderful things. Ken, thanks for reaching out the other day. And,
Oh yeah. Yep.
and thanks for sharing your story. You said you were going to share it when you were ready. Asher prompted you, and I didn't tell him to prompt you. And thank you so much. I knew it was going to be special, and certainly
Yeah, I
was.
mean,
So thank you for that.
I would love to go into details, but it would horrify most of people.
No,
I shouldn't even be alive. God's got a plan for me, and I think it's OlyLife, to be honest with you.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Thank you. And literally, Ken, just you know, I didn't. I mean, I just said to Doug in advance of this call, "Hey, buddy, can you just be my wingman?" And Doug was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be there." That was the extent of the conversation that we had about this call. So he didn't put me up to calling you out. But I know that. But it's interesting because you know, my wife Anna had an interesting call, like in our sort of spiritual community, where you know the guy who was leading the call. You know, like had you know lots of people putting up their hands, and he after speaking to a couple of those, he just called Anna out, and he's like, Anna Feldman, you've got something to say, like, and she was totally not ready for it. But so I just took a leaf out of his book, and I clearly I think we picked you today, Ken, because there was something definitely that everybody else needed to hear today from you, and there was just a unique thing that only you could provide. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, man. Very cool. Now,
Thank
guys, we're heading into the bottom end of this call. If there is anybody else who would like to share with our community, now is a great time to put up your hand and let us know, because otherwise I'm going to keep on just scattergun calling people out. Like I'm going to call Suska out now. Hi, Suska. How are you going? It's wonderful because you're in the bottom right of my screen and I can see you. I see you there.
Hi, Asha. How you doing?
How's your OlyLife journey going for you?
It has been life-changing, incredible.
Tell us a bit about it.
Well, the most impactful thing that I've had happen was with the Vitality Wand. I had this terrible cough for 7 months. Every breath was rattling and wheezing and popping in my lungs, and I could not do much physical exercise or singing or breath work because I would just go into this horrible coughing fit and not being able to take a proper breath. And I used the Vitality Wand. I aimed it here at my throat for 20 minutes and directly after that on the middle of my chest for 20 minutes. And that night I didn't sleep a lot. I was coughing up all this dark stuff that was blocking my airways, and woke up to a mountain of tissues next to me. And in the morning, my 7-month cough was gone.
Wow.
Lungs were silent. I cried. And then I went for a run.
Oh, wow. Suska. That's amazing, Suska. Do you know what? Suska and I actually live close together. Suska's been over to our house a bunch, and we're here in this Coffs Harbour community, and it was really and we knew Suska from before OlyLife days. But just seeing you, Suska, here in this community, and you've made some phenomenal introductions, and you've brought you've really shown your light to the community, and you've sort of you've connected with a lot of people who are really important to us now as well, and just to hear your story there about the Vitality Wand, it's very, very touching, and I just want to say thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
And it's very interesting that you have that story about the Vitality Wand, because literally for the last couple of days, Anna has been using the Vitality Wand exactly as you've just described it, Suska. She felt herself coming down with a bad cold. Like on the, we had just finished kind of like 2 weeks of traveling to Melbourne, driving to Sydney, flying to Melbourne, traveling within Melbourne, flying back, doing these like a whole bunch of live events, both in the Melbourne side as well as Sydney side. And, I've got to be honest with you, it was kind of, by the time we sort of got back home, we were exhausted. And, it was, we really, and that sort of came on the back of a number of weeks of doing the smaller live events. And you know what? And then so Anna, like, when your body gets a break for the first time, and all of a sudden it's just like, okay, I'm gonna, all that, like, tenacity that we've had to sort of like just get through the day so that we can keep on soldiering on. Now that we're taking a bit of a relax, we're gonna let that whatever it was, that cold come or something like it. And Anna felt that cold coming on, and there was just no way that she was gonna let that cold take hold. And so she hit her throat and her chest with the Vitality Wand consistently over the last couple of days. And guys, she is like, 99%, like better now. And, she was ready and raring to go. She's actually in Lismore right now, talking to one of Miriam's contacts up there. I know that I think they're literally right in that meeting right now before she gets to the wedding. So blessings to you, Anna. If you're hearing this, if you're listening to the recording, I know that I can say that I love you, and I think that this community loves you. That call that you did with Van yesterday, which was all about leadership posture, just really understanding, the importance of what we have. I know that conversation, as all of the great conversations that you host in our community, is so valued and so worthwhile. All right, Patrick, I think you're going to bring us home with the last testimonial. Let's see how you go. Come on out, Patrick.
Hi, Asher.
How you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Great to meet you, sir.
You too.
I am just in awe. I love these meetings. I mean, every time I get on these meetings, my love for this company just grows immensely. The people here, 39 years in this industry, I've never felt so much love and gratitude. And I commend everyone on this call that's contributed. I'm new to this company. I was probably the biggest skeptic out there. I didn't join this to make money. I joined this for a need. My mom was complaining for the past couple of months. She had hip pain. She's 85 years young, takes no medication, struggles with the blood pressure, kind of has an up and down yo-yo effect. I can't get her off this P90. It absolutely, after one session, eliminated her hip pain. So I'm so grateful for this technology. Most importantly, the people here, because for once my mom is pain free, and that makes my heart sing. That makes my heart sing. My knee pain's gone as well. I was skeptical. Mom was like, Luigi laughed at me. I used her as a guinea pig, but she needed it more than I did. So I don't look like I was using her as a guinea pig. She had a need, and I wanted to fill that need. And blessings to this company for bringing it home. So I'm just grateful, and thank you all for sharing your hearts and your experiences, because if it wasn't for you folks, lives would not change. So I'm just grateful. A lot of gratitude. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you, Patrick, and wonderful to hear your story, and wonderful to hear for your mum as well. I know that, when last week when we were doing our live event in Sydney, and Anna's dad, Jim, I'm not sure if he's on the call right now, but Anna's dad, Jim, came along, and he shared his story about just what a gift it was that his daughter was able to share with him OlyLife products. He had a back pain that he just learned to live with for the last 20 years of his life, right? Waking up with back pain every morning, it's just that when there isn't really a solution to it, you just kind of deal with it. Right, and it was for the first time in that 20 years, after he started putting his feet on the OlyLife P90, his back pain just went. Literally after a few days, maybe a week, his back pain had gone from probably an 8 out of 10 down to a 2 or 3 out of 10. And we know what chronic back pain means to so many people in this world. It can literally just puts a dark gray cloud layer of over pretty much everything that you do, because hey, we use our back for absolutely everything. You use your back when you're sitting up, when you're standing up, when you're walking, even when you're lying down. Sometimes it's hard to not use your back. And you know, and it was just, you know, that family connection, you know, what you've been able to do for your mum just by introducing her to the OlyLife products and sort of sharing with her and just seeing what happens, you know, when she could use those products. That's like one of the biggest gifts I think that you could give. You know?
I can't get her to stop watching the YouTube videos. She's just drawn into all these testimonials. It's crazy. She's become the biggest fan.
Brilliant.
And you know, that's what really drew me into the business side of this thing. I said, look, you know, I don't just want to help my mom. I want to help every mother I can meet out there. You know, so hopefully this resonates with other people out there. This isn't about the money for most of us. It's certainly not for me.
Yeah.
And I've been with a lot of companies over a lot of years, had a lot of disappointments, had a few successes. But you know what? It's not about the money for me. When your heart knows you're with the right place, the right company, and the right people, you're unstoppable. So let's go out there and change everyone's life, like you said, 2 feet at a time.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much, Patrick. I think that that's a really wonderful way to wrap up our call for today, guys. Thank you so much, Patrick, and thank you to everybody who's been sharing on this call. If anybody wants to come out, just jump out for the last, you know, goodbye and see you later, and, you know, sayonara from wherever it is that you're dialing in. Feel free to unmute yourselves.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Infinite love and gratitude to all of you. I just want to share this. I had been so hurt by network marketing. It took a lot, a real lot, for me to step back into my heart. And it was such a pleasure you coming through our front door, because I'd given up. And my way is to shine the light where people have the darkness. So this really touched me deeply today. I've been on a few calls. My product hasn't arrived, and I'm super excited for what's unfolding here. Super excited.
Super
2 feet
excited.
at a time. Let's grow. Thank you so much, everyone.
Let's do it. Love you,
Thank
Miriam.
you. Thank you.
Love you
Thank
too. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Phenomenal call today. As usual, we'll have the recording up there really soon. Give it another hour or two, and the replay will be there. Please go out there and share this if you guys